Earth was chosen to be a prison planet. Science has proven that hominids have lived on this planet for a very long time. It has also proven that Homo sapiens sapiens, Cro-Magnon or modern man, have not. Our ancestors were quarantined to Earth in order to stop, or at the very least isolate, the spread of mental illness, crime and murder. And, like our ancestors, we are prone to exhibiting the same criminal behavior and mental illness. It is an inescapable part of our nature. It is not our fault, but rather it was caused by deviated genetic code. There is not a single human who is free of violent, lustful, vengeful, thieving and/or murderous thoughts. The unnatural horrors that humans experience on this planet are almost always caused by our species. Humans lie, steal, cheat, rape, murder and pollute. When we can no longer exert more dominion over air, water, land and animal, we victimize our own kind. We are a horrible menace to ourselves, to all the creatures of this planet, and to interstellar civilization. The treacherous and murderous ways of human beings remain a very real threat to peace in the universe. Earth was chosen to become a prison planet because of its remote location, varied climates, and the ability to support hominid life forms. Our ancestors were placed on different continents, selected for similarities to their physical characteristics and former climatic environments. Even though our ancestors varied in language, size, shape and color, all were Cro-Magnon. But, before being placed on Earth, our ancestors were stripped of all memory of their former lives. It was believed that if the prisoners survived, they would do so in a primal state, coexisting by building relationships and possibly even interbreeding with Earth's native hominid species. It was a belief that was proven very wrong. We immediately began to dominate everything that came into our path. And, the sudden terrestrial appearance of modern man was on a scale so large, that it allowed Cro-Magnoids to drive Neanderthals, who had been at the top of Earth's food chain for well over 200,000 years, to near global extinction within just a few thousand years. At first, it appeared as though the Cro-Magnon exile was proceeding as planned, but within 1,000 years it became obvious that very serious oversights and assumptions had been made. The concept of prisoners remaining in a primal state was shattered when our ancestors began creating a microcosm of interstellar civilization. Earth, for the first time in its history, became witness to art, architecture, animal husbandry, agriculture, written languages, advanced mathematics, technology, law, religion and government. It also became witness to the atrocities of modern man. And, instead of interbreeding with other species, we began the systematic manipulation and/or destruction of other life forms. Testing revealed that the surprising intellectual and technological development of our ancestors was the result of genetic memory, which caused us to experience intellectual reversion, rather than progression. This set off a very heated debate. One group called for the immediate extermination of our ancestors before they genetically remembered to the point of achieving interstellar flight, and possible reinfection of intergalactic civilization. The others were firmly convinced that, if given enough time, we would self-destruct and sought to simply observe and curtail our development. An impasse was eventually reached, and further direct contact was forbidden. Continued observation and assessment of the prison planet was agreed upon, under strict conditions. It is important to note that one of the most significant turning points in last 10 million years of Earth's history occurred when our ancestors arrived on Earth, and began Neanderthal annihilation. Our incarceration on Earth was not agreed to by all. From the first days of our imprisonment on Earth, sympathizers and UFOs have slipped past security and assisted select civilizations. These extraterrestrial visits always resulted in dramatic leaps of intellectual ability and technological accomplishment. Unfortunately, virtually all of those civilizations and their advanced technologies met with very sudden disaster, and in the majority of the cases, extinction. The true causes remain unknown.